How transform? I said the quality of our lives in this kingdom are shaped by our belief systems, our mindsets, and the quality of our thinking. Write this down. The information that is stored in our minds are in layers. The information that is stored in your mind, whether spiritual information or otherwise, just know that the information that is stored in your mind is in layers, and that they exert different levels of power and influence over our lives and our outcomes. The information that is stored in our minds are in layers. That means they don't hold the same strength as far as the influence that they command on our lives, and they exert different levels of power over our lives and over our outcomes. The average person has different kinds of information in their minds. And what I'm saying is that all these informations are arranged in your mind in layers, and they do not exert the same kind of power over you. There are certain informations that have a greater hold of you than others. Are we together? Yes. Now listen carefully. That when, and even till today, terrorists use this strategy to attack people. They will send fear and say, we are coming, we are coming. And by the time the people absorb the fear, they become incapacitated before the attack. They will never come until they inflict fear. That was what Goliath was doing. Goliath knew that he would not win an army until he did something to their minds. History is full of people, dictators, who have lived and died. They knew this as a formula for victory. That if I can penetrate your mind and plant a picture and enthrone that picture to be higher than anything, even without an attack, you will die. When David came, Goliath, do you notice that the first way Goliath started attacking David was through words? As soon as he came, because he would speak to the armies and say, no, these guys are already defeated. The king was afraid. Here was a teenager who stood, and when they began to speak, Goliath said, no, this guy does not sound like the army. Am I a dog that you are coming with me with this? And he said, well, that's not the issue. Goliath, you come to me with your bows and your spears, but I come to you in a name. While you did not see me, I was not just in the wilderness. There was a mindset. He told Saul, he said, listen. Saul said, what credentials do you have to allow you go and fight Goliath? He said, sir, with all due respect, one day I was in the wilderness and a lion came. I chased that lion with my bare hands. I chased the bear with my bare hands. I tore it. There was no social media to post it, but it did not mean the mentality of victory was not in me. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? It was not his mouth that was speaking. His most dominant thoughts. You know the dominant thought, the knowledge of God. He says, I come to you in a name. The revelation of the name and the victory that it holds was greater than the sight of swords and spears. And he said, Goliath, by that name, because David knew, he said, by you I will run through a troop, and by my God I will leap over a wall. He knew that a body without a spirit is dead. That Goliath was empowered by demon evil spirits. That Goliath was not just a beast. Goliath stood representing wizardry. And that there was a force, if you dislodge, no matter how large the body is, it will come down. He had a mentality. Jesus did not just defeat Satan because of, no, he knew. You know why Jesus was silent? Because he was talking anyhow that transferred dominion. When he met Adam, Adam blamed Eve blamed the serpent. Serpent did not blame anybody, and so dominion went to him. So when Jesus came, he was silent even when he had something to say.